How's it going, everybody? My name is Jeff, and you wouldn't believe what just happened today. It looks like Fantasy Flight Games just revealed the next hero in the current wave cycle, and wouldn't you guess it, it is going to be the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes. To all my fellow Marvel rival players out there, armed and dangerous. Again! Again, again, again. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So, Winter Soldier is going to be coming to the Marvel Champions hero side of it. So right now I want to go and take a little dive into what we can expect with this new hero pack that's coming out. I'm actually super excited about this. Who doesn't like the Winter Soldier? I mean, come on. He's a lot of fun. And he's like best friends to Captain America. So let's see what we got here. Let's see. So Bucky was a skilled fighter before he got his arm. And then with it, he's now downright scary, said Steve Rogers. As a young man during World War II, James Bucky Barnes served as the loyal sidekick to Captain America. When an explosion took Bucky's arm and left him on the brink of death, he was captured by Soviet soldiers, and then he was fit with a cybernetic replacement arm, and then brainwashed into serving as an assassin. Decades later, Captain America helped Bucky remember his past, and now Bucky seeks to atone for the horrors he was forced to commit as the Winter Soldier. Fantasy Flight Games is thrilled to announce the Winter Soldier Hero Pack for Marvel Champions the card game. A fierce fighter with absolutely lethal combat skills. Winter Soldier blitzes into battle with this expansion pack, which introduces him as a new playable hero alongside his 15 signature cards, paired with a pre built aggression deck to maximize his attacking efficiency. You'll be able to use Winter Soldier skills at taking down enemies from the moment you open the box. This pack also features a bonus modular encounter set featuring Blizzard of the Thunderbolts. So it's following the same trend as getting another modular set for the Thunderbolts, which is really cool. And look at that, there he is. See, that was the silhouette. I had a feeling that we all had a good feeling that that was Alpine sitting on his shoulder, right? So glad that that's all played out. Let's take a look here. This is exciting. Lethal Protector. Wait a minute. Eddie Brock Venom is the Lethal Protector. Come on. Really? As a skilled soldier that was trained relentlessly as a deadly assassin, Winter Soldier has aggressive playstyle that manifests in his ability to, in a sense, attack and remove threat at the same time. Well, that's nice. So what we got here? So he has a recovery of 3. Recovery of 3? He's got super soldier serum. So cyber. So yeah, he's shield and soldier on both sides on his alter ego and his hero card. Cybernetically enhanced action. Okay, spend 1 resource of any type to search your deck and discard pile for a cybernetic arm, and put it into play. All right. So it's kind of like the same setup like Captain America. Basically, you can just search for your shield. All right. Well, actually, no, because it's not the same. It's like, but you can. So I'm assuming just by looking at this, there's going to be something to deal with where you can just like rip your arm off and like smack someone in the face with it, and then switch to alter ego, spend a resource, and get your arm back and put it back into play. So and then his hero side, he's got a 2/2/2. That's a nice stat line right there. Lethal Protector response. After you attack or defeat an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Sounds like he's going to enjoy minions. So let's see. Central to his whole kit is his cybernetic arm. Let's take a look at that. So, cybernetic arm is a 1 cost upgrade. Its item and its tech maybe repurpose. Oh, what about using those support cards that came with oh my goodness, Nick Fury. He'll be able to put that in for a 1 cost because he's a shield. And then you can actually use it to just search. But I guess that's redundant because you can just go ahead and search it if you go in alter ego, anyways. Because I think that was one of them is an alter ego, one isn't. I don't remember which one. I know it was Gemma and Fitz, I believe. So cybernetic arm resource: exhaust the arm, generate a wild resource for an attack event. That event deals 1 additional damage. So it's almost kind of like it's like your own personal like Yonborn. No, what is it? Combat pistol. All right. So let's see. Now with Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier. Okay, we looked at 3 recovery. He's got 6 hand size, 11 hit points. So he's strong. Yep. So it can search for and put into play at the cost of a single source. The arm serves as a resource generator for his attack events, and it can also boost the damage that those events deal. This naturally pairs extremely well with the Winter Soldier. With the Winter Soldier's Winter Soldier. Whereas after an attack or after you attack and defeat an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme. He can trigger this ability any number of times in a round, so it's unlimited. Which means you could defeat 1 minion with a metal punch. So 3 cost event, but it would be 2 costs because it's an attack event and because you're using the arm as a generator. Deals 7 damage to an enemy. If you exhausted cybernetic arm to play this event, this attack gains overkill. Sweet. That's not bad at all. So 2 cost, 7 damage, overkill. Then take out the 3rd with the arm block. So this is actually considered an attack and a defense. So 1 cost. This could be for free because you're using the arm as the generator. When the enemy attacks, deal 3 damage to it. If you exhausted cybernetic arm, pay this for an event. Prevent all damage to it. So that's actually pretty cool. So basically, it's almost kind of like when you have, what was it, counter punch? Or no, not counter, no, powerful punch. So the powerful punch, I think it was like when the enemy initiates attack, you will do 2 costs, I believe, and then you do 4 damage, and it's considered attack defense. Whereas with this, it's not. It's the same deal. Like when the enemy attacks, you're gonna spend the 1 resource. You'll deal 3 damage, and then if you use the arm to do it, which you're going to exhaust it to pay for the event, you'll be able to prevent all damage. So you can literally just set it up that way for like I don't know, maybe like you could actually probably go into protection with this, where you could just block, do damage, and then prevent all the damage. Wonder how many copies of this you would get. So in the villain phase, you'll have removed a total of 6 threat without thwarting once. So this actually you could probably pair. You might actually be able to do an interesting build with using those cards that draw minions too, because it's pretty much after you attack and defeat. So because that card's an attack and a defense card, even though you're using it to block, you're still doing it as an attack. So this is actually going to count for also removing threat from the scheme because you defeated the enemy. So the rest of the Winter Soldier's kit is also focused around attacking enemies. Don his winter mask. So you put on the mask, you then gain the spy trait. And then hero response after you attack and defeat enemy, exhaust winter mask, draw 1 card. So now, as you're defeating enemies, you're also being able to draw a card. Now, me personally, because I love the protection aspect, I'm already starting to think like, how fun would it be to have cards that can synergize with this? For example, Unflappable, Change of Fortune. I mean, right there, if you're not taking any damage, you're getting a card there. And then if you're defeating the enemy by also comboing it with the arm block, because it's an attack defense, you're also going to defeat a minion or enemy, and then that's going to let you also draw a card because of the where is it? We just had it. So, nope, not that one. Not that one. Where is it? Just with the spider. That one. That's the one right there. Okay. So by doing that with the arm block, you defeat a minion with it. That's going to trigger this also to give you a response to exhaust the Winter's Mask to draw cards. So you can, in a sense, be drawing 1 card from Unflappable, 1 card from Winter's Mask, 2 cards from the Change of Fortune. And if you really wanted to get spicy with it, if you had specialized training also in your build, and you did it with, just for defending, or no, I think that was a basic defense. Yeah, that would be basic defense. But in a sense, you could basic defense and still play that, I believe. Doesn't seem wrong at all. Because arm block, I believe, is a hero interrupt. So yeah, you could ideally defend for 2. Well, actually, because if you have specialized defense on it, you're actually a 3. So if you have specialized defense on this, block for 3, and then you played the arm block, which will deal 3 damage, and if they get defeated, say if it was like a minion, you get the block with you get the draw the card from the Winter's Mask, you get 1 card from the Unflappable, you get 1 from the specialized training because you did a basic defense and you took no damage. Because I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Sorry to remember off the top of my head. But there's so many. I see a perfect defense build that'll go nicely with this so far. Let's see here. To net you a card draw when you take an enemy down, then utilize Silent Infiltration. Up to cost upgrade. Preparation. Hero response after you attack and defeat an enemy. Discard this card, ready your hero, and confuse the enemy. Wow, there's just so much synergy and combos with his kit. That's amazing. That is amazing. So you go ahead and you can block, do all that stuff, and still be able to use Silent Infiltration to ready yourself back up. While also confusing. Is it enemy? Any? Confuse an enemy. So it doesn't even have to be the one that you're doing all the stuff combos to. To keep your momentum going while confusing the enemy as a bonus. If you still need to stall the villain or soften up particularly a tough minion, you can stun them with an electrical discharge. So 2 cost event. Hero action attack, deal 4 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this event using a energy resource, stun that enemy. Makes sense. I like it. And then again, if you're using your arm as a resource, this is literally a 1 cost attack event dealing 4 damage. And if you're using the energy source, it's going to be a stun. But also keep in mind that your cybernetic arm is generating a wild resource. So you can actually exhaust this. I'm going to choose this to be an energy resource. And then, boom, I'm going to electrically discharge. And then there you go. 4 damage and a stun. And you don't even have to pay anything out of your hand. You can just do it with your arm. Since the cybernetic arm generates a wild resource, you can. I just said that. You can always use it to ensure that you get the full effect. When there are no minions to hunt, Bucky can retreat to safe house number 30. And this is a 1 cost support. It is a shield card. Alter ego action. Exhaust safe house 30. Search the encounter deck for a minion and then put into play engaged with you. Shuffle. Then draw 1 card. So it's so he already has a built-in kit to being able to hunt minions out of a deck, which is cool. So you actually you don't necessarily have to put in like those other cards that bring out minions like come get me bub, or what was the other one, looking for trouble, and then there's that leadership one that does it also. I can't think of it off the top of my head. And you get a card for doing it. Alright, so this will help him search for new targets and get him an extra card, ensuring that he will have all the tools that he needs when it's time to go back on the offensive. Now, so speaking of going on the offensive, Winter Soldier's pre-built aggression deck certainly helps bring the pain to the villain's forces. Use spoiling for a fight to pull minion from the encounter deck and ready up your hero, and then trigger aggressive stance. So this is a 0 cost. So it's already giving you cards to do that. So 0 cost event, hero action, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion, put that minion into play, engaged with you. Very important to also know that it's put into play, so you won't be triggering any nasty reveal effects if you're playing against a certain modular set or a villain that has minions that have some nasty when revealed effects. And it's a free ready, so that's also pretty sweet. Also, grab an attack event to take that minion out. If you need a little help paying for that event, you can use Man on the Wall. So here we got Man on the Wall. Play only if your identity has the soldier trait, which he does. Hero action. Exhaust Man on the Wall. Reduce the cost of the next card you play this phase by 1 for each minion engaged with you. That's pretty... Wow. So, okay. So if I'm understanding this correctly, you're gonna be able to reduce the cost of your next card you play. So that could be one of your attack events too. So essentially, you could actually be not paying for anything, especially if you have a lot of minions engaged with you. Finally, you're ready to roll. Call on Captain America. So now Captain America is going to have his own aggression ally card. So he's a 4 cost, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health, toughness. Response: after Captain America enters play, ready a shield character. So you can actually you can pair him with well, yeah, he's a shield on both sides. So yeah, that's gonna ready him up automatically. That's cool. All right. And then it's ready up for another attack. Then team up with them as super soldiers. What's this? Super soldiers event. Team up, Captain America and Winter Soldier, max 1 per deck. So hero action, deal 6 damage to an enemy. Give Captain America and Winter Soldier each a tough status card. Well, that's fun. So it's an attack event. So you can use your arm to pay for it, one of it, and then make it a little more cheaper. Add a couple more resource generators. It won't cost you that much anyways. But potentially, you figure you're going to have your arm out, so this is really a 2 cost for 6 damage, and you get. I mean, obviously you have to have Captain America on the field too, but I mean, I just started dabbling in doing a 2-handed solo, so I probably might be playing Winter Soldier and Captain America personally, so that should be exciting. Let's see here. We got Whiteout. As we mentioned earlier, the Winter Soldier Hero Pack also comes with a modular encounter set featuring Blizzard. Just like his fellow Thunderbolts, Blizzard is a 1 scheme, 2 attack minion, 16 health. He is elite. He is Thunderbolt. He is villainous. And he's Victory 1. He has a force response. After Blizzard attacks a character, search the encounter deck and discard pile for encased in ice and attach it to that character. Shuffle. Otherwise, stun that character for boost, just like how they always are. So encased in ice. Let me guess, it's gonna be like Iceman's ice block. His specialty revolves around controlling the battle and blocking the hero's attacks and making him especially problematic for aggressive characters like Winter Soldier. Whenever Blizzard attacks, he summons a copy of Encased Ice and attaches it to that target. Alright, so attach the identity. The attached character cannot attack enemies other than this card. Any player can attack this card as if it were a minion. If there are 3 or more damage here, remove all but 3 damage here to attached character and discard this card. So wait a minute. Alright, goes on the character. He can't attack any enemies other than this card. So this is the only thing you're allowed to hit. Any player can attack. So anyone that you're playing with is allowed to attack this. That's fine. So any player can attack this card as if it were a minion. If there is 3 or more damage here, once you hit the 3, or if it goes above 3, you move everything, but it has to keep 3 on it, and then move all but 3 damage here to attach character. So regardless, you're gonna put the 3 damage on your character, and then the card gets discarded. So it's going to leave you with a receipt of damage once you do it. All right, so let's see what we got here. So then, all right, so this attached blocks all character attacks until they manage to break free, putting a significant dampener on their damage and output in the meantime to make matters worse. Whenever Blizzard attacks a character that is already encased, he stuns them, freezing them in their tracks for even longer. And in the slippery conditions he creates to slow down your allies and any hero team may find themselves struggling to weather this storm. Slippery conditions. Three boost icons. 3 threat per player. Hazard icon. Force response after an ally enters play. Exhausted. Alright, well, that's annoying. Alright, so as an elite Thunderbolt minion, Blizzard's encounter set can be used as part of the Thunderbolt scenario in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That said, it is still a modular encounter set in its own right, which means you can always add Blizzard into any scenario for some added challenge. Can you stop him from putting your heroics on ice? That is the question. Deadly efficiency. With his skills at taking down enemies while removing threat at the same time, Winter Soldier is a formidable hero and potent addition to any team. Looking forward to taking on the Agents of AIM with Winter Soldier when the Winter Soldier Hero Pack arrives this June. Will it be in this June or will it be extended to July? I don't know. The ritual is habitual. I mean, that happened with the release to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then they said that Shuri, Black Panther, and also Silk were supposed to come out in April, but it doesn't look like that happened. That looks like it got moved to May 2nd from what I read on the webpage. But who knows? Maybe they're back on track, and maybe we'll actually get this on time in June. That'd be really sweet. I'm actually looking forward to this. I was like out of the last cycle. I was really like it seems like the month of summer is like when they get some really cool ones. I was really stoked when Iceman came out back. I think it was May or June. So seeing this is I can't I am personally really excited to play Winter Soldier. So let's go. Yeah, I'm really stoked. Though I am excited to play Falcon, and I also can't wait to get my hands on Silk. And also finally try out a Black Panther since I haven't played Black Panther yet, which is on my to-do list. So I probably should do that before I get my hands on Shuri. Just out of respect for the OG core set Black Panther. But yeah, no, Winter Soldier, he's coming, and he's armed and dangerous again and again and again. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Are you all excited about finally getting the Winter Soldier in Marvel Champions? I would love to hear your feedback and your comments. If you like this video, please give me a like and a subscribe to the channel if you like seeing my videos. But other than that, thanks for taking the time to check this out, and I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. And I will see y'all on the next one. See ya.